Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another scrap mechanics survival video. Today is going to be another tutorial from me, and it's going to be a very basic farm. Now this farm is very similar to the last one, except this one auto plants, so it's just a step easier. One thing you guys should keep in mind is these farms are actually for basic players who don't want to spend their time researching controllers, figuring out those work. I could release a new tutorial on how to make a better farm with controllers and save some resources, but this is for a more simple player who has a smaller farm just like this. But before I start this video, make sure you guys consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm on my way to 250 subscribers, and it'd be super awesome if you guys could join me, join the family, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Well, let's get started with the video. So I'll actually be showing you this farm here. It's very simple. So if I press this button here, it goes across and it plants all of them. There we go. And if I pull it back, it goes back into its normal position. Now if I press this button over here, it'll actually water the entire system. Just like that. And it's easy as that. That took about 2 seconds. But let's just get this show on the road. So I'll just clear the slate here and we'll start fresh from scratch. Alrighty you guys, so I got a fresh slate here. Now it doesn't have to look exactly like this. As long as you have a platform, as long as you like it how it looks, you're all nice and good to go. Now make sure to put a little spice of your own taste into it, because the fun part about Scrap Mechanic is creating your own designs. So take advantage of that, make it exactly how you want it. As long as you're happy, you should be good. But in this tutorial, I'll be building my simple design. But let's take no time and let's get right into the tutorial. So one thing to note, this farm plot here, just for this tutorial, it's 5 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing on the other side. So it's actually a really small farm, but that's not a big deal. So the first step you're going to want to do is you're going to go over here and you're going to place the walls like I was shown. So you're going to just place a few blocks here, and then you're going to want to have pistons connected to those, just like that. From those pistons, all you have to do is make a simple wall here. It has to be kind of somewhat tall. This is about 4 blocks high. Make sure it's a little bit away from the crops here, because otherwise you won't have room for the sensors. Now just repeat for the other side. Just go a few blocks back. I went about 3-4 blocks back. Place your pistons and then grab some blocks and place your wall. So now you got your wall set up. Another thing you're going to want to do, probably step 2, is go up here and place the railing system. So all you're going to have to do is place a little straight pipe here, and you're going to connect a piston to this, make sure it's facing down, and then you're going to want to connect a rail to that and make sure it goes and it lines up with each side of your farm, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's kind of as long as your farm. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to place some teeth at every single place where there's a soil. So now let's say there's a soil here, you're going to want to go here and place a tooth. Make sure it's welded to this pipe here. Same thing on this one. It's about 2 blocks away. Boom, 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 and boom. One thing to note, if you place the soil very close together like this, they typically are only about 2 blocks. So now that you got your basic functions done, we're just going to set it up. So step 3, get some switches and we'll connect up the system. One thing you should do is have a logic gate with you. It doesn't matter where you put it. I'm going to put it back here. So if you get the connect tool, all you have to do is connect this switch to this side and this switch to this side. And that's pretty much just the walls done for you. Make sure these pistons are leveled up to level 5. And I set them pretty high, pretty much at max. But make sure, whichever one you're going to actually be using these vacuum pumps for, make sure the pistons are set to the lowest speed. That's very important. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to connect both of these switches to your logic gate. Now make sure the logic gate is set on the OR gate. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how the logic gates work, I actually released a recent video showing everything you need to know about the basic of logic gates. But anyways, make sure that's a logic gate and connect it up to that piston. And now you got your whole system all set and good to go. Alrighty, so now I'm going to show you how to set up your sensors. One thing to note, make sure this piston here is set on 1. So when you press this button, it only goes down 1 block. So what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to go to your wall over here and make sure that your sensor is welded to this wall. So don't build it any other way. So you kind of just have to build an arm as long as this is all connected here. And then all you have to do is place a sensor, make sure it's facing up, and set the range to 1. And repeat for the other side. And just make sure that they are not welded to anything else. Make sure they're welded to this wall so they run smoothly along just like that. Okay, so now you got the majority of your farm set up. All you have to do is go over to this side. Either side works, but I'm going to choose this side, and you have to place all of your water cannons. Make sure they're lined up directly above your farm plots, obviously. So now I just need 5 here. Boom, and they're all lined up right above it. And now for this, it's actually very simple. All you have to do is connect the sensor to each of these water cannons. Don't forget one, otherwise it's not going to shoot water and you'll probably have a row missing of water. And of course, make sure you got some water connected up to it. And like I said before, make sure you don't miss one, otherwise it's not going to shoot any water. So now you got your watering system all set up and good to go. Now you could have this pretty much as fast as you want. I like to just keep it on the second one. I don't like to get too crazy with that. So now if you test this here, it goes across and it waters every single piece. And when you pull it back, it doesn't shoot any more water, so you save on water. So now let's move on to the planting side of the farm. We'll go over here. All you have to do is place some vacuum pumps. Now the vacuum pumps actually do place stuff down. So a lot of people didn't know that at the beginning of the game, but they actually do place stuff down. Same thing, they also pick up items, just so you know. So you could kind of make an auto harvesting system, but I think that's kind of a waste of materials. But after you get all of these vacuum pumps lined up, they should be lined up directly above your farm plots, just like so. You just get some curved vacuum pipes and you place them above each one. Now, before I place down all of these chests, if you guys don't know already, each chest has 3 input/output points. So if you want to save on a few chests, all you have to do is get a few more pipes and connect them up like this. But since I'm pretty much a scrap mechanic god, I could do whatever I want. So I'm going to place all of these chests here. Like I said, this video is just to show you how it works. So where you think you could save some materials, do it, and it'll help you out the most. So now this side is actually a lot simpler than the watering side. All you have to do is connect this sensor to each of these vacuum pumps. Once you have all 5 vacuum pumps done, you're all good to go. Your farm is complete. Obviously, don't forget to put some seeds inside of your chests. That's probably enough. Alrighty, so now that you got your seeds in here, make sure these pistons are set to a speed of 1. I believe I mentioned that earlier in the video, but it is very important. Do not forget. Alrighty, so now once you got that all set up, all you have to do is go over to this switch here and press it. Now every time it goes and the sensor activates, it'll plant. And you're all good to go there. Now don't panic, I'm not stupid. The reason this line didn't plant here, I didn't have any seeds in this one. So make sure you don't forget your seeds, otherwise it's not going to work. So I'll just show you again here. It'll actually plant all of the seeds. It'll take them straight from the chests. And now you got your automatic planting system by the press of 2 buttons. And that literally takes like 20 seconds to farm all of it. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But anyways, guys, with that being said, your farm is completely done, all finished, and you're all good to go. Now, of course, this is expandable. If you want to make your farm bigger, I would recommend keeping it about 5 in width, I think. I don't know. I think the best way to expand this is to add more pistons here, add a few timers, and set them up that way. So if you set up a timer here and you set up your switch to the piston, and then the switch to this timer, and then to another piston. If you were to do it this way, all you'd have to do is press this button here, set this timer to like, let's say 5 seconds. So if you press this switch, this first one is going to activate here, and then after 5 seconds, this second piston will activate. And same thing the other way. This piston will activate, 5 seconds later, this one will deactivate. So it's actually very simple to expand. But with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like I said before, I'm on my way to 250 subscribers. It'd be awesome if you would join me. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.